Hello, my name is Alex Lawson. I am from Sydney, Australia, and this is my final presentation for Advanced Raw Cuisine, which I started in March 2018. This is my product, which I'm calling Cosmic Cacao. I have developed 3 bars of raw cacao chocolate bars, which I have included adaptogenic herbs and various toppings on top. So I've used the basic recipe of tempering chocolate to develop a stable, controlled raw cacao bar, and then I've added various different herbs. So this is Beauty, which includes I've got the labels on the back, and it includes rose and pistachio and herbs such as gotu kola and ashwagandha and cinnamon. And I've written on the back of the packaging a little bit explaining why this is good for your beauty, for your skin, for your hair, for your nails. So that's the Beauty bar. Then secondly, I've created Bliss, which includes chamomile, lavender, moringa, magnesium sprinkles, and I've got calendula, flowers on top, cacao nibs, and cardamom in it. Very delicious. And thirdly, I've got my Brain Bark, which has got matcha and hemp for concentration. And there we go. That's the Brain Bar. I've put on the labels high vibrational raw chocolate spiked with adaptogenic herbs and sprinkled with love. I decided to develop this product because I was really interested in the adaptogenic herbs. I feel like it's quite a growing trend at the moment in the wellness space. Lots of people such as Moon Juice in the States and Orchard Street and Bliss Elixirs here in Australia are developing elixir powders that you can add into your smoothies or into your teas or tonics. I feel like it's quite a big trend right now, so I really wanted to include that idea into the cacao, which tastes amazing anyway, and thought it could be a nice idea to develop. The cost of the product ingredients is obviously quite expensive, but not so much the herbs. Actually, the most expensive thing is the raw cacao and the paste and the cacao butter and the maple syrup. However, I've sort of managed to get my costs down to quite a good price, and based on market research, these bars are 30 grams each, and there's quite a few other raw chocolate brands in Australia right now that are selling 30-gram bars for between $4 and $6 a piece. I think this packaging obviously raises maybe the cost of the product. It could be a simpler, cheaper packaging, but I think this justifies the price that I've come to. I did create special packaging based on I wanted to show the beauty of the bars and all the chocolate bars that are around at the moment. They don't actually, you can't see what's inside them, and when you do get inside them, most of them aren't sprinkled with different layers and exciting textures like these are, and I wanted to pay particular attention to that being the point of difference. So at first I experimented with having sort of a peephole through the packaging, which I liked. I liked it to be a bit sort of a brighter, lighter packaging with just a peephole of each of the products underneath. But I actually found that by doing that, I was going to have a plastic layer in between, and it felt a little bit homemade. So I came to the conclusion from my photography of the bars throughout the development process, that I would just use the pictures as the actual sort of wallpaper for the packaging. And then I wanted to play on the beauty, the bliss, and the brain as bark flavors and ideas for each individual one. The logo, the Cosmic Cacao, I've just developed a simple little logo, and I thought the name was nice, obviously, because it rings true to the cacao, but also the sprinkles felt quite cosmic in their visual appeal, as well as all the goodness that was going into them. I've learned so much through the costing process of this exercise. I think that's been the most interesting thing about the whole of this raw advanced level 2 has been the costing, which I have found quite challenging, but I've also feel like I'm sort of getting there and I've finally nailed it. So yeah, that's been really worthwhile exercise. Any ingredients which were too expensive? I mean, like I said, the cost of the cacao paste, the cacao butter, and the maple syrup are very high, and they're the main base ingredients. So I think going forward, I would need to find a better wholesale price on those, even though I'm already looking at wholesale prices. But I'm buying the cacao from Serra's Organic in New Zealand, and perhaps if I was buying directly from South America, it would be cheaper perhaps. Also, I'm maybe looking into different sweeteners instead of maple syrup. Maybe if I use coconut nectar, it might be slightly cheaper, or I might experiment with coconut sugar, see whether it works with a different type of sweetener. So I have I've just included here this is the packaging, and this is my nutritional labels, which I've got here, which you can see I've got on the stickers which wrap around and seal the product from behind. I've obviously got the ingredients in listed in order of weight, and I've got the allergens, which obviously in the case of the pistachio ones is nuts, but I've also included and may include traces of tree nuts in all of them, since they're made in a facility which uses tree nuts. So that's the nutritional facts. I also found that really interesting, using the software on the Matthew Kenny link to develop our own labels, because in the past I have used somebody else to do that for me and paid quite a lot of money. So to find out that I can do it myself is quite exciting. And then finally, the costing. Because of the way that this product is made, there is actually very, very, very little trim loss. So I've just put 0.01 in my when I was doing my nutritional labels. I'm using a spatula to get every last bit of cacao out of the bowl and into the molds, and I'm using cling film Saran wrap in the molds, so like every last bit is coming out, and I'm scoring it when it's half set, when the cacao's half set, which means that there's no breakage and there's no loss. So one batch to these ingredients is making 12 bars with no trim loss at all, which is quite good. My cost of ingredients for one batch of 12 is coming to $14.46 Australian dollars. So divided by 12, that's bringing down my portion cost to $1.72, which would take my my base selling price up to, when multiplied by 3, up to $5.16. So that would be my preliminary selling price. My packaging I estimate to be about 50 cents. each. So if I was wholesaling this product, I think it could be the final selling price could be up to as much as $5.50. But the recommended retail price, I think, should be $5, which would make my final food cost percentage 34%, with a markup of $3.28. So yeah, that's where we're looking at $5 a bar for high vibrational raw chocolate spiked with adaptogenic herbs and sprinkled with love. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed seeing my final project, and I wish you could taste it too, but I'll enjoy it for you.